What is going on, FA Nation? John Pembe here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook live show. We are looking at the Wednesday 5-game main slate here. We had some day baseball earlier today. Now we're looking at a 5-game main slate. Thankfully, weather not terrible for this one. We weren't sure what it was going to look like when we did the preview show last night. I think like 2 or 3 of these games had the rain symbol. Now none of them do, so that's a plus.
There is rain.
There is rain. Which game has rain?
Cincinnati, Kansas City.
Actual rain? Or am I looking at an outdated weather report?
Roth rain.
Roth rain. Okay.
Yeah. He said he is saying that it could potentially go wrong with one storm in the later innings. They could be playing through rain or be in some type of lengthy delay. It doesn't look like it's anything concerning, but if you use Hunter Green and he's pitching, he's cruising, and then he's not in the 6th inning, well then.
Okay. The page that I'm looking at has it now maybe a late game rain shower. Models are backing off chances potential for after the game for the rain. So I don't know if we're both looking at 2 different
okay. I did not have it updated.
Oh, there we go. So no rain today, potentially. Maybe some late showers in that Kansas City Cincinnati game, but makes it better to use potentially Hunter Green here in this one today. Obviously, Colorado, Chicago is the one we were looking at this morning. No surprise. 50+% ownership on Matthew Boyd today in that matchup. Winds are blowing in slightly, just 5 miles an hour, so nothing as drastic as it had been. Still a bit cooler in Chicago, but overall a relatively cleaner slate. It doesn't mean it's a fantastic slate from a overall depth standpoint. And again, over 50% of the field is plugging Matthew Boyd. 30% Clark Schmidt and George Kirby. You're getting slight value playing Hunter Green. He's just under 30%. So if you're looking to pay the most expensive pitcher on the slate, he's the 4th highest rostered as of now. When we did the show yesterday, that changed a lot throughout the hour. So we'll see how it hangs in there.
Yeah, I find that incredibly interesting. Not that I think it's interesting that Boyd is owned. Any donkey with could be pitch someone against the Rockies, right? Yeah. I don't think the Clark Schmidt ownership is all that surprising either, because he's cheap and he has a lot of strikeout upside against a team that strikes out a lot. George Kirby's a good pitcher when he's at home. Obviously, just making his 2nd start, I don't love the ownership there. That's definitely surprising to me. Should get, I wouldn't say full, but definitely within reason to think he's in the 80s in pitches. Yeah. Obviously, a start in Houston versus a start at home, that's just been tale of 2 coins, the side of each coin for George Kirby, right? He's been one of the best pitchers to benefit from their home ballpark over the last couple of years. But 30%, that's a fade for me. So be it if he beats me. The Hunter Green ownership is obviously a little bit surprising because from one standpoint, I get it because I've already built today, and the Boyd-Schmidt combination makes it easier when you have Yankees expensive, Cubs expensive, and those are the 2 teams with and Mariners to that extent. Those are your 3 highest implied run totals, right? Yeah. Especially the Cubs. I mean, they have 3 outfielders that are $5,700.
I was going to say, we did it this morning on the preview show that lived, and we saw PCA say and Tucker all up over $6,000. Like, how do you play them all? You can't, right?
It's just surprising because Hunter Green has been, this isn't an arm injury, right? We're not coming off anything to do with his arm, his shoulder, his elbow. It was a groin. And although he didn't come back and look as good as he did pre-injury to the groin, he faced a Cubs team that is really good offensively and like didn't look terrible, just didn't strike people out. But we're not going to get $9,000 Hunter Green for much longer. So like on a slate where you get a discounted ace, because that's just what Hunter Green has been, I would take the shot. And I get it. Kansas City doesn't strike out a lot.
Not only do they not strike out a lot, they have the lowest strikeout rate in baseball
at
18%. So it's one of those things. What wins today? The 33% strikeout rate, 11.4 K per nine, Hunter Green, or the 18% strikeout rate, Kansas City Royals? Who wins that battle? Who strikes out less?
Well, they also stink in general as an offense, right? So like, there's reason to believe like length for Hunter Green is in the cards, because right off the bat, right off the IL, 83 pitches, no reason to think he wouldn't be up near 100 in this start, which is, he's got as much as 114 pitches this year. We've talked about this for a couple of years. Like, Hunter Green's a dog. He is someone who throws a lot of pitches and a lot of innings when healthy. Like, this is not someone that like just comes out of the game. One of the very old school pitcher, right? Like very Scherzer, Verlander-y in that regard, where like you just can't get this guy off the mound. Yeah. I would not be surprised to see Hunter Green like start the 8th inning tonight.
Dude, right? Early Max Scherzer, remember those early years with him had a ton of strikeouts and then like a 4 walks per 9, and a 4 ERA. Then all of a sudden he got control and he was like the best pitcher in baseball for a decade. So.
Yeah, I think like there's a lot of merit, and I think Boyd is great, and I think Schmidt's great. I don't feel the same about Kirby. But anytime you get Hunter Green at this price as the 4th highest rostered, I say it to you, and I've said it to our audience religiously on these smaller slates, right? Like, I am just playing talent on small slates sometimes.
Raw points, right?
Yeah, I just want the raw points, and Hunter Green gives me that over everybody else on the slate.
What do you make of Noah Cameron on the other side of that matchup? Again, not getting any real ownership love there. 11% for Noah Cameron. This is a guy that we've kind of highlighted now. He's pitched into the 7th inning in all 3 of his starts, having thrown no more than 82 pitchers. We kill for that level of efficiency when we have guys that are out there throwing 95 pitches in, today, Peralta throwing 108 pitches in 5 innings against a Red Sox team, because he can't find the plate. And you got Noah Cameron out there, Minnesota, St. Louis, Tampa Bay. In Tampa Bay, that's a tough spot. 79, 81, 82 pitches and handling his own. We've obviously talked about the lefties for Cincinnati. That's generally their better players are from the left side of the plate. They sit in the middle of the pack offensively, 289 WOBA, 230 average, 130 ISO, 23% strikeout rate over the last 2 weeks against lefties. Why is Noah Cameron getting just no love today?
I don't know. I don't know if people don't believe the Noah Cameron aren't on the bandwagon yet. Obviously, the strikeouts weren't there the first 2 matchups. Even in that first game that he carried a no-hitter into the 7th inning in. Another guy who's obviously pitching deep into games. I would say this is probably one of the worst starts in terms of win equity he's going to face, just because he opposes Hunter Green on the other side.
Hasn't needed it. No decision.
But hasn't needed it. No, has not needed it. I'm definitely I don't think he's the same caliber of pitcher as Hunter Green, but like you could drop him in that same bucket where talented pitcher under-owned would play, right?
And a completely unfair comparison, if you're just looking at opponents versus left-handed pitching, you just faced Minnesota, right? Minnesota against lefties, 5th highest strikeout rate. Cincinnati's 10th highest. It's 26% to 24.8%. So within reasonable range. 218 batting average for Minnesota, 216 for Cincinnati, 119 ISO for Minnesota, 128 for Cincinnati, 281 WOBA for Minnesota, 290 WOBA for Cincinnati. So bottom 10 teams against lefties, both of them, and we saw how we just handled Minnesota on the road in that last start. Now in his home ballpark here, a little bit of a bigger field. 10%, you're getting Noah Cameron today, like they're in a small slate. Could certainly be a tournament winner when 20% of the field is playing Yusei Kikuchi, I guess, for the strikeout upside today, right? 20% willing to go Yusei Kikuchi here at home against the Yankees today.
This I feel like right here is a perfect evidence of recency bias, right? Yesterday, Angels throw a lefty, Tyler Anderson, against the Yankees.
Yeah.
Who's one of the league's luckiest pitchers.
For multiple years.
Multiple years. And Tyler Anderson skates by. Paul Goldschmidt hit a home run last night that curved foul, maybe at with 0.1 seconds. First batter of the game, Paul Goldschmidt gets a ball robbed in the gap. Ton of hard hit contact last night. Tyler Anderson in a nutshell, right? Just gets by, skin of his teeth, whatever. Oh, lefties, they can handle the Yankees. It's fine. So everything's good. It's not the case. The Yankees are the best team in baseball against left-handed pitching. So good luck. Good luck. And I get what the field is saying. Yeah, strikeout upside is not found at 7,200 often. This is not the team you want to target with strikeout upside. It's not. I mean,
they do strike out a lot from that aspect, but more so from against righties.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah. And not necessarily the spot I want to go. Speaking of Angels, they did just DFA Tim Anderson.
Yeah.
So bat flipping no more is he. Bat flipping his way to the waiver wire. Anything else here at pitcher?
Nothing like a good bat flip single for Tim Anderson.
I gotta say, I'm a little upset
that they're not starting him.
Yes, because the numbers for the Rangers against lefties are very bad. Third highest strikeout rate, 27.1%. They are 29th in WOBA against left-handed pitching. Only Baltimore is worse. We know how bad they've been. ISO, they're 20th at 121. Batting average, they're 27th at 212.
I mean, you can still play him.
You can. He's still eligible for the win technically as well. If he pitches enough innings, like the way scoring, he doesn't have to start to get the win. He can just come in the game. They take the lead. He can get the win. It's Eric Lauer. So that's also but I'd rather throw a dart at a 6K Lauer, I think, than against a really bad Rangers team than Kikuchi, right? No? Maybe?
You can do it.
No?
If you want to, you can. Right. No one's going to stop.
Listen, all the numbers are saying how bad of a team this Texas team is.
You're not wrong. Texas is they have been terrible.
We managed to shut them down last night, so.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. Catcher. Kyle Raleigh homered twice last night. He's
Yeah, we had only got one on the podcast.
We only had one, yeah.
We did not see the second one until after.
Yeah, he's gonna hit 40 home runs from the catcher position.
Might be underselling it, but yep.
Might be underselling it.
Trevor Williams, 53 games. He actually could beat Ohtani in games to 20 home runs if he hits a home run tonight.
That's fair. Lefties against Trevor Williams, 595 slugging percentage this year.
Yeah, it's bad.
379 batting average, 435 WOBA.
Yeah, it's bad.
2.1 homers per nine, not egregiously bad. We've seen worse, but 2.1 still bad. 6 FIP, 64 or 400 batting average in balls in play against him as well. Not great there. Yeah. So if he can spend up for Kyle Raleigh tonight, finds himself in a good spot there. Where else would you look to go at catcher today?
I don't really want to look anywhere else. Kyle Raleigh looks great. I think Stevenson's fine. If Ohapi plays, he's in play. Yeah, I'm just ignoring it. There's no such thing as chicken wings. They're all chicken nuggets or boneless.
I'm a believer in the boneless chicken wing, but that's okay.
Well, you're all wrong. I really don't have anything else to add there other than you're wrong. You can play like Higashioka, but it's not exciting. If Darno is the catcher again tonight, you can play him. If Reese McGuire, I don't think we've gotten a Cubs lineup yet. We haven't gotten like a lot of the lineups. We have the Rockies, the Royals, the Mariners, and the Blue Jays. Those are the lineups we have.
The Blue Jays are Ali Sanchez there.
Yeah, if you want to punt a 2K catcher, I think that is more than okay, right? That's because I do actually think that's fine. Just because we're looking for value, especially if you play Hunter Green. Like, I think just playing the cheap guy makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with you. Michael Massey got scratched from the Royals lineup.
He did.
All right, first base then. Up at the top
Agreed,
here.
Power. Could not agree more, Power. These people don't know what they're talking
about. Anyways, Ben Rice, $5,000, got lefty on lefty. He did homer last night, but not the spot for him probably there.
Did homer lefty for what it's worth.
True, he did homer lefty. That's fair. Michael Bush, Paul Goldschmidt, 47.45. Our guy Chris Murray in the chat, everybody go give him a follow on Twitter. Fuzzy Chris 91.
He knows what he's talking about with hockey, but he has no clue when it comes to chicken. That's obvious.
Anyways, throwing me off my game here. Bush and Goldschmidt 47.45. If you want to spend up, you can. Burgerman at $3,700. Hitting sixth tonight. We wanted to see what that lineup was going to look like with Seager back. They got Seager hitting third. Who's their leadoff today? Langford second.
Yeah, Josh Smith.
Josh Smith leading off. Okay.
Yep.
I think we
young Ozuna. Well, we thought it was going to be Haggerty when there was a lefty originally on the mound.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Ozuna's hitting fifth again for the record. We'll get to that.
Okay. Rowdy. Yeah.
Rowdy. Home run. There's your home run call for me tonight. Rowdy Tellez, 3,100.
Works for me. Second base.
Could we just go to third?
We can. We do have to plug in a second baseman today.
Can I just not? Whoever the cheapest player is tonight, I might just literally play Mastrobuoni.
It's Miles Mastrobuoni. He's in the lineup.
I might just play Mastrobuoni and move on. I think this position is horrid. This is the worst. This is the single worst position all year long. And 4 of them will homer, I'm sure of it. But
yeah, this
is the single worst position of the year.
You just play LeMahieu?
I'm dead serious. I mean, I never will fully agree to anything. At least his ownership has fallen off a little bit, but boy, he was so popular earlier today. I think the top 3 owned second basemen tonight all stink. India, Semien, LeMahieu. None of them can hit.
Yeah.
None of them can hit. I don't know. What's the difference between playing those guys where you have to actually spend a little money versus Mastrobuoni, who is 2,400?
And Homer in his last game.
And Homer. What's literally the difference between that? I don't know.
The thing is, how many Seattle guys are we playing today, right? Because we wanted Colorado. Let's build this.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't I would rather play Mastrobuoni than Polanco. We're gonna get to it or something like that. Just given and the answer is I would play 5 Seattle because they have enough lefties to do it.
Third base, then Polanco is your top priced guy at $3,300 on this slate. From an ownership perspective, he's getting over 20%. It's him and Josh Young are the top 2 rostered plays for today at 44 and 38. I do like Josh Young hitting cleanup today. That feels correct. I'd be willing to go there with Seager in front of him at $3,800. That feels fine to me. Matt Shaw, 35. Good.
Now we got Murray. Murray's tweeting about our chicken wing. Now he's out here tagging me in tweets about chicken wings.
He's hijacking the show.
He's trying to throw me off. He's throwing us both off. We're out of our game here. It's all Murray's fault. God,
he gets it.
He doesn't. Neither you do. But to be fair, I did this to him on his hockey show, and I think I messaged you after. It literally like shut off his restream.
Yeah.
So I guess this is a payback. I like Shaw of all the people you mentioned. I'm good with playing Polanco for the record. I mean, he is like obviously cheap enough and in a good lineup position, lefty, good stuff. I don't hate Josh Young hitting fourth, especially knowing Eric Lauer is going to be coming into the game. Boy, Matt Shaw's looked so good since returning. Little adjustment, the leg kick adjustment that he's made. The stolen bases are back. Like Matt Shaw is everything I thought he would be and more. So that would be my favorite punt as well. Or my favorite value.
Shortstop then. Obviously guys you can spend up for. Ownership at shortstop position today is on obviously Polanco and Volpe. If you wanted to go sort of in the mid-range there. JB Crawford also getting love, and Seager. No one's spending up for any of these top guys, though, which maybe gives you some leverage here.
Remember when we were like shocked that Zach Neto was $5,800?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still pretty surprising to see the price. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously Ellie's weak split, but he has as much a ceiling as anyone else. He has gone over 30 fantasy points twice in his last 4 games. Bobby Witt, you can obviously play against anybody, Hunter Green included. Neto in a tournament is fine. Just LA in general, like they just have tournament upside, right? Abrams, I think, is similar to Neto. Like both guys have super high ceilings because they are dual threat. Dansby looks really good in a Cubs stack as well. So
sure.
And I know you mentioned Volpe. Volpe's great against lefties. I would absolutely play Anthony Volpe against a lefty. Angels lineup.
Darno and O'Hoppe.
And O'Hoppe. Yeah, both. It's interesting. I mean, that's a really powerful lineup. You know, they hit a lot of home runs. So if you are playing Clark Schmidt, that's obviously something you have to pay attention to. But yeah, so I'm good to see O'Hoppe back because I know he was a little blurry after getting hit with the bat.
Yeah. Outfield, this is where we talk.
Well, did you mention JP Crawford?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's one of the highest rostered shortstops on the slate. Obviously, a lefty against Trevor Williams, as we said. Since I know Bender's in the chat, Bender, listen to this for your show today. We're doing lefties versus Trevor Williams. 595 slugging, 435 WOBA, 379 batting average allowed to left-handed hitters by Trevor Williams. Lock it in. Play Kyle Raleigh tonight. Get your lefty homer props in. Trevor Williams is going to get killed. All right. Outfield, Judge, Tucker.
Not literally.
Who's to say?
Hopefully not. I really would. That would ruin a lot of things, and including our DFS stacks, because they would
just knock down a speaker. Kick the speaker out. We're okay. We're all
good.
We're good. Speaker's not. Speaker's on the floor. All right. Judge, Tucker, PCA say, as we talked about on the morning show, very difficult to get all of the Cubs in your lineup because, as you can see, they're very expensive. So you have to really spend down to spend up in the outfield today.
You have to really spend down to spend up in the outfield today. Yeah, I mean, I love the Cubs. I'm not going to let Gordon's previous start against the Yankees deter me from playing Cubs. And I'm not going to let yesterday deter me from playing a $6,600 Judge who's hitting 400 on the year. I saw an article today that said third time's a charm for Judge to go for the Triple Crown. Just the fact that is in a sentence that he's almost had it 3 separate times or will be going for it for a third time is just mind-boggling. But yeah, you could play any of these guys. James Wood. You always say, like, man, I feel like I should be looking at James Wood, and I feel like I should be looking at these numbers that are, well, they're getting there. We're getting to the point of James Wood numbers being where you think they should be. I definitely like James Wood 55. You can play Austin Hayes, even though he's, as you've alluded to like a couple times, like you wouldn't ever think Austin Hayes is a $5,200 player, but he's been that this year.
Yeah.
He's been awesome, and he's always historically been good against lefties. This is specifically the reason why teams have traded for, like, including the Phillies last year, traded for him at the deadline to play him in platoon split against lefties. So this is his special.
And then the Reds signed him, said, you're going to be like our cleanup hitter this year. And he's been amazing. So.
And he's like, man, I guess I got to hit righties too this year.
Yeah. Again, you can obviously go all of Seattle here, but again, the stronger side is for the lefties with J-Rod certainly coming around. Wyatt Langford, $4,900. Again, that Rangers lineup, it looks a lot better with Corey Seager in it, right? They just have it formatted now in a way that makes more sense. Josh Smith, Wyatt Langford, Corey Seager, Josh Young, Adolis Garcia, like that. Not Adolis. I don't have the line in front of me. Ozuna's hitting fifth, right? So Adolis sixth, seventh.
Adolis is hitting seventh.
Well, regardless, the top of the lineup looks way better when Corey Seager's back in play there. So liking Wyatt. Obviously, Hap's the cheaper Cub outfielder to get to. Varsho's got some power. Let's see. Taylor Ward. I mean, you're going to talk power, right? That guy's got a ton of home run upside there against Clark Schmidt at 4K.
Yeah, I like Clark Schmidt, and I think there's an equal case on the other side to Stack Angels because they hit a bunch of home runs.
Ownership-wise, your outfield today, J-Rod and Randy Arozarena, your top two. Both of them from the right side. Then
they connect. They connect your stacks.
Yeah,
like I'm good with both.
Miles Mastrobuoni is up to 16% as well, so people are playing him now on the latest refresh.
They have to.
Yeah.
Second base is so bad, and he has the multi-eligibility.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's $2,400. Helps you spend down to spend up. Ozuna also at $2,500, getting some ownership love. Anything else down here that you would play? Connor Joe is a guy that's hit lefties historically. I like Cameron though, but I guess Cincinnati's throwing some righties in that lineup today.
We have the Leody Taveras in the lineup for the Mariners hitting seventh tonight.
Where's his price?
3,300.
Okay.
They're loading up.
He'll hit from the left side. So.
Yep, they're loading up on lefties tonight, which
you should if you've listened to the numbers that we've.
Thank you for using hashtag data.
Yeah,
right?
Thank you for looking at Fangraphs today.
Yeah, I mean, you have all these, like they have all the information they need. Yes. They know they look at it for sure. I heard Aaron Boone talk about it like recently.
They should. He's got an 8.88 ERA this year against lefties. So
it's not great.
It's not great. All right, let's get a lineup going here then.
Plug Mastrobuoni at second. Just get that out of the way right away.
Do we take the other Mastrobuoni at catcher and Reese McGuire? Or what?
That was a good one.
Thanks. No, we gotta go Kyle Raleigh there.
Gotta figure way better. I like the last one way better.
Kyle Raleigh, Mastrobuoni.
Dude, that was.
I guess we probably do Leody.
I was gonna say Crawford, but we could also do Leody.
I'm good. Well, I mean,
I kind of like this because it correlates. It correlates way better.
I mean, there's our 5 Seattle stack, right? All lefties.
Yeah, I like it because then you could play Cubs. You get 3 Cubs.
Do Cameron and Boyd and
then do Shaw. Do Shaw at third, and you can play both. Yep. Oh, we're gonna be 100 short. Is so sad.
So shy.
That is so sad. That's so sad.
Well, I'm not like stuck on Leody's there. So
play Ozuna. Play Ozuna.
Yeah,
and then we can get whatever we want.
We can't. We gotta go Seiya.
No, dude.
Do you go PCA over Seiya? Or I mean, Tucker should be the better player, but
no. What I thought you clicked PCA to begin with. Yeah, PCA.
Yeah, no. Now we have $700. I think I think this is the exact spot we were in last night, like where we just had like extra money left over.
Yeah, but we don't need to spend it. 700 is not. What do you need to spend $700 for?
You don't have to. I'm just seeing what else there is.
No
due diligence.
No, don't do your due diligence.
All right. Who do we have here? Ozuna.
Yeah.
He's gonna get lefty versus Lauer though.
You don't have to play him. He's $2,500.
I know.
They're what's his name's extended? Schultz.
Yeah,
He's
but
the starter.
they're gonna throw more than an inning or two. Like,
yeah, he's thrown like 3 innings in 3 of his 4 appearances.
Yeah, Warren wants to play All Rise. I mean, yeah, you can obviously always play Judge.
That's because he can't play Astros.
Sure, can't play Astros.
I bet you Warren won all the money last night. He played 5, guaranteed he played 5 Astros last night.
All right, I guess we'll just eat it then. Green, Boyd, Raleigh, Tellez, Mashaboni, Shaw, Crawford, Ozuna, Crow Armstrong, and Seiya Suzuki for everybody here today. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll have the preview show tonight. And we'll be actually no live show tomorrow, though. No live show on Thursday. We'll be back live on Friday. Short slate tomorrow. We'll have the preview show. And we'll catch you later.